So you can continue here. Yeah, who was sharing some points? I think Mahadev Prabhu was sharing, or
Yes, Prabhuji.
yes, Prabhu, you are continuing.
Yes, Prabhuji. Prabhupada explaining that the meaning is more than eating necessary and collecting funds necessary. Prabhupada gave the example that one example of the bag of rice and the different birds comes eats as required, but any human being comes will take the whole bag.
Yeah.
Even Prabhupada explain one point here that one should not collect more than necessary for his actual basic needs. If this natural principle is followed, there will be no difficulty in maintaining the body. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so some devotees can share about prayas. What is the definition and example? Who would like to share? Yes, Ashish Prabhu.
Prayasasya is like endeavoring too much for something that is material. So, like if somebody is having a home, like sufficient for them, and he's hankering for buying a more lavish flat, which is beyond his or her capacity. For purchasing that flat or maybe a car, he needs to work harder, or maybe 13-14 hours a day. So basically, endeavoring more, working more than required is a prayasascha.
What Prabhupada says in the purport, can you tell?
Book I have opened.
Oh, anybody else can also share what Prabhupada says.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
From Srimad Bhagavat 1.5.18, we had a reference. Material things not need to be over enduring for this attention distress. Will we not decided on our endeavor? That thing. Means is that what actually you asking?
No. That I shared. I'm asking what Prabhupada writes in the book. There is book, na? Nectar of Instruction. This book, what Prabhupada has written in this book, I'm asking. We discussed in the class. Some
Yes,
example.
Prabhu,
Yeah.
there
Okay.
Prabhupada explained a bag of grains on road.
Yeah, we are talking about next one, Prayas, not Atyahar.
Atyahar.
Yeah, okay. Let's go to Neha Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Prabhupada said that the real purpose of life is to inquire about the absolute truth. So we should take endeavor to know about the absolute purpose of life.
Okay. Okay, anybody else want to share any example? Yeah, okay. Samir Prabhu. Yeah, some examples Prabhupada is giving.
Yes, Project. I'd like to add. Prabhupada tell that like our endeavor should be for God realization. We can satisfy ourselves by simple grains and milk product is there. We can make lots of preparation from the milk, and there is no necessary for the slaughterhouses, brothels, liquor shops, factories. These are unnecessary endeavors. These are the prayers of God.
Yes, thank you, Prabhuji. Okay. Next, okay. You want to share, Pawan Prabhu, anything more?
Prabhu, yes. Regarding prayasa, so
sure.
there we discussed that when we are collecting and eating more than necessary, it will lag for some others as well. Like this, others will start enduring for the basic needs. Atyahara leads to prayasa. This point also we discussed. So
Yes.
these are the basic things. Actually, the body needs are basic things even for practicing the Krishna consciousness. But then later on we discussed that Jivasya Tattva Jignasa, the real purpose of life is to inquire about the absolute truth. So when we are over enduring for the basic needs, then that will be like automatically it will be useless.
Okay.
Purpose will be
Yeah, thank you very much. Okay. Next, we discussed about Prajalpa. So devotees can give example about, sorry, definition about Prajalpa, what Prabhupada says, what is Prajalpa, and what examples he gave. Yes, Mataji, Radha Gopika. Hare Krishna.
So Prabhupada says that Prajalpa is unnecessary talking and it's like croaking of toads. And then we saw that solution to that is to talk about Krishna consciousness movement, and that is preaching. And for not to do, we saw that we should not try to waste time in reading papers and all the modern
Magazines.
magazines and Facebook and all those things.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mataji. Okay, and next we discussed about Niyam Agraha. Yeah, so two meanings we discussed that already devotees have shared. So you can just tell some examples, somebody can share what examples Prabhupada is giving about Niyam Agraha and Niyam Agraha. Yeah, one is following only for the sake of following, other one is to neglect the rules itself. Yeah. Yeah. Who would like to share?
Prabhu, for the neglecting principles, we discussed it like compromising on chanting on beats or chanting while driving. Like this, we discussed. Means not giving much priority to the basic principles.
Okay. Anybody else want to share any other point? Yeah, here basically some things which was discussed is first was to just follow for the sake of following. So there we discussed about to do the things just for attaining some immediate or material benefits. Okay, so that example was given about attaining heaven like that. Okay, and another was to discard the rules of bhakti. So failure to observe important limbs of bhakti like fasting on the days of Ekadashi and neglecting 16 rounds, not wear tulsi mala like that. Okay, and not honor prasadam always or sometimes on prasadam. Okay, these things are there. Yeah. So now we'll continue. Okay, and we'll see till where we have done. And we'll continue from this purport. Yeah. So yeah, as you can see, Prabhupada gave an example about following four regulative principles. Somebody not able to follow, then it comes in Niyamagraha. Yeah. Then Prabhupada is speaking about Jana Sangha, fifth. So here he has told one should avoid association of Mayavadis, who simply blaspheme Vaishnavas, and also Bhukti Kamis, those are interested in material happiness. Their association should be not desired. Yeah, that's undesirable. And also those category of people who want liberation, Siddhi Kami, okay, by merging into Brahman. So we should not at all associate with them. That Prabhupada said about Jan Sangha. Okay, and yeah, now Laulya, we will continue. We just started that. Okay.
Prabhuji, I have a question on the last paragraph. So should I ask now or should I ask it later?
You can ask, Prabhuji, yeah.
Okay, so the second point, the last paragraph just now we read that the liberation to desire for liberation and merge into the Brahman is also not recommended. But there are 5 types of muktis. So only merging into Brahman is not recommended. Other muktis are recommended. Is it so?
Yeah, they are recommended in the sense that uh, they are not recommended for those devotees who are wanting to attain Krishna Prem. Okay, not that it's um, completely against their bhakti, but it's against little bit, because there is little bit desire of attaining something apart from Krishna Prem. So Krishna Prem can be attained even in material world. Okay, Narayana para sarve na kutaschana vibhyati. Swarga apavarga narkeshu api tulya artha darshina. Artha, the devotees for artha means the meaningful object is Krishna Prem. So that can be attained in material world also, and the devotee can serve. He doesn't specifically desire to have the other 4 types of liberation. Okay, like Sarishti, Samipyas, and these all things. Yeah.
Salokya.
Yeah, Salokya, yeah. So why am I saying this? I will show one reference from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Okay, why it is not completely favorable. Okay, and at the same time, it's not completely against. Okay, so this we have to understand. Mm. Okay, I'm searching. Anybody else has any question? Okay, I got this. I will share the screen. Yeah. Yes, Roji, could you read this?
Yes, Prabhuji. Translation, right?
Yeah, I will tell the shloka. Salokya sarishti samipya sarupya ekatvam api uta diyamanam na grihnanti vinamat sevanam janaha. So this is from third canto. Lord Kapila is speaking to Mother Devahuti. Yeah, please read the translation.
Translation. Kapila also says a pure devotee does not accept any kind of liberation. Salokya, Sarshti, Samipya, Sarupya, and Ekatva, even though they are offered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Srimad Bhagavatam, if they are not accompanied by service. 3.29.30.
Yeah, so this is basically saying that these 5 kinds of liberations are there, even though they are offered by Lord Himself. But the devotee doesn't accept it. Why? If they are not accompanied by service. So what is the most important thing you are able to say in this whole statement?
Service.
Service, yeah. So service is the most important thing that devotee aspires. Okay. Yeah. So you can see what Vishnu Thakur writes in the commentary. So even if the Lord gives this, the devotees do not accept. What to speak of? They are desiring such things. They don't even desire. Okay. If even if some do accept them, they accept them only for service of the Lord. So somebody may say, oh, devotee never desires, so that means he will never go to back to Godhead. He will never have Salokya or Sarishti. No, not like that. He doesn't have that as his primary goal. Okay. The primary goal is not that. Primary goal is Krishna Prema and service to Lord. If Lord feels that his service will be best suitable in my abode, he will bring us there. And if he feels no, his service will be best suited in material world, then he will keep us here. Okay. So at the same time, we should understand that desire to go back to Godhead is not rejected by devotee. Okay. It's not primary desire. Okay. It should not be rejected. It should not be aspired also. Too much. Too much aspiration, too much rejection, both are not there. But service is most important, and Lord is very merciful. He will anyhow take us back to Godhead. Okay. He is much more interested for us coming back to Godhead than we are actually. Okay. So he will say further that actually these are not very contrary. Okay, at the end Rupa Goswami says, okay, they are not very contrary, like that he will say. Okay, I hope you got the answer,
Yes,
Prabhuji.
yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Very good.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, Mahadev bro, you have any question?
Yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I have the question related to Janasangha. Sometimes,
Yeah.
sometimes this devotee wants to
Huh.
take the association of Unnata Bhakta, means higher devotee,
Okay.
and simultaneously those devotees are very high, means spiritually advanced. They don't want to take the sangha of this like a Kanishta devotee.
Huh.
In these two means in these two situations, how to take the this association of higher devotee or spiritually advanced devotee, even they don't want to. Means I have a question like that related. And how can I understand this?
Yeah. Okay. There, Prabhuji, in the personality of the Uttamadhikaris or Uttam Bhagavatas, there are different kinds of personality. Some are like Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. They are also Uttamadhikari and Uttam Bhagavat, the most exalted, perfected devotees. And their nature is not to associate with materialistic people and not to give association out of immense humility that I am also so fallen. Not that I am so elevated that I cannot give association. So I am so fallen that I would not like to associate. So that is their personality. But at the same time, there are very advanced devotees and unnat devotees and perfected devotees like Srila Prabhupada who would go to the places like Bori or New York to give association. Okay. With a different mood. So all the moods uh, are bona fide in the bhakti realm. Okay. Because they are based on genuine Vaishnava qualities. Okay, somebody may have the instruction of Guru Maharaj, like Prabhupada had the instruction of Guru Maharaj to preach in the West. So he went. And somebody may have, like Gaur Krishna Maharaj, the immense humility. Not that Prabhupada doesn't have immense humility, but they are exhibiting different qualities more or less. Okay, so whoever is giving their association more and making themselves available and able to answer our doubts, because association means tadvidhi pranipatena, pariprashnena, and seva. So Pranipat, surrender. Pariprashnam is questions. And seva, service. So we have to see these three opportunities we are getting or not with that person. That is called association. And service don't have to be only very physical, like massaging the feet. It can be any service which they desire or which will please them. Okay. So that's what my understanding is based on my understanding of bhakti. Okay, so different personalities have different characteristics, and we can see who is Sajatiya, Snigdha, and Satovara come to our nature. We can take their association. Okay, just because somebody has so many disciples or he has whatever, there are many characteristics which we may see externally. Okay, so that may not be criteria to take association. Shastras never speak like that. That whoever has more disciples or whoever has more number of followers or more YouTube views, these things Shastras don't speak. They speak about whom we are feeling Sajatiya, Snigdha, and Satovara. We take their association. That is my understanding. Okay, Praj? Yeah. Okay. So then we'll continue our nectar of instruction discussion. Yeah. Yeah, we'll start from Lolia. Okay, who would like to volunteer to read? Mm. Yes, Sangeeta Mataji.
Desires to expand the mind by perfecting mystic yoga, merging into the existence of Brahman, or attaining whimsical material prosperity are all included within the category of greed,
Mm.
laulya. All attempts to acquire such a material benefits or so-called spiritual advancement are impediments on the path of Krishna consciousness.
Yeah. So this we have discussed last time. Okay. So Prabhupada is defining what is Laulya. So he has given two, three characteristics here. Okay. So desire to expand the mind by some Gyan Yoga, Mystic Yoga, merging into existence. Okay, these are all included in the category of greed. And another thing he is saying, another dimension is that attempts to acquire such material benefits, or like we have Anima Siddhi, Prapti. Okay, 8 Siddhis are there, Ashta Siddhi. So these things one is wanting, even though he has understood my goal is Krishna Prema, but he wants this. So these all are not good. All attempts to acquire such material benefits or so-called spiritual advancement are impediments on the path of Krishna consciousness. Okay. So these Prabhupada included in Lolya, greed. Okay. So yeah, please continue.
Modern warfare waged between capitalists and communists is due to their avoiding the advice of Srila Rupa Goswami regarding Atyahar. Modern capitalists accumulate more wealth than necessary, and the communists, envious of their prosperity, want to nationalize all wealth and property. Unfortunately, the communists do not know how to solve the problem of wealth and its distribution.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so Prabhupada is giving now of more examples. So the warfare capitalists.
Communists.
Yeah, please read, Madhai.
Consequently, when the wealth of capitalists fall into the hands of the communists, no solution results. Opposed to these two philosophies, the Krishna conscious ideology states that all wealth belongs to Krishna. Thus, unless all wealth comes under the administration of Krishna, there can be no solution to the economic problem of mankind.
Yeah, so basically all wealth belongs to Krishna only. So the means coming in the sense that all is obviously belongs to Krishna, but coming in the sense that they are voluntarily giving, okay, for purpose of Krishna consciousness. Yeah, read.
Nothing can be solved by placing wealth in the hands of the communist or the capitalist. If a $100 bill is lying on the street, someone may pick up and put it in his pocket. Such a man is not honest. Another man may see the money and decide to let it remain there, thinking that he should not touch another's property.
So yeah, now Prabhupada is giving example. Okay, this $100 example. Yeah, read.
Although this second man does not steal the money for his own purposes, he is unaware of its proper use. The third man who sees the $100 bill may pick it up, find the man who lost it, and deliver it to him. This man does not steal the money to spend for himself, nor does he neglect it and let it lie in the street. By taking it and delivering it to the man who has lost it, this man is both honest and wise.
Yeah, so here basically Prabhupada has given 3 examples. So first one is someone is picking it up and putting in his pocket. So this is the example of karmi. Okay. So who are the bhukti kami? Matlab they want to enjoy the material enjoyments. Another man, okay, so this is A. And then another man sees the money and decided to let it remain there. So this is second category, who are gyanis. Okay. So they are called mukti kami. Means whatever is there in the material world, everything should be rejected. Okay, they are rejecting everything of this material world and they are trying to enjoy everything of this material world. Karmis. Gyanis want to reject everything. Karmis want to enjoy everything. Okay. So basically the karmi is looking toward the material world. So they look toward the material world. And mukti kami is they look away. They are looking away. They don't want to engage it only. Okay, they are looking away. And then the third category. this C, this third man is a bhakta, is a devotee, bhakti yogi. Okay, so what he is doing, he is wise and honest. Why? Because he is delivering the money to the person whom it belongs. So the person belongs to Krishna, so he is trying to connect them to Krishna. So he is in the world, but not of the world. Okay. He is in the metal world. He knows what objects are there in this metal world, how they can be engaged, how the computer can be engaged, how the mobile can be engaged, how this body can be engaged, how the family members can be engaged. He knows everything. At the same time, he knows these all are material. He doesn't reject any of this. But he engages all of that, understanding that I don't belong to this world. I belong to another world. And then he is transferred to spiritual world. So that Prabhupada is giving the example here. Okay. Yeah. So please continue.
Simply transferring wealth from capitalist to communist cannot solve the problem of modern politics, for it has been demonstrated that when a communist gets money, he uses it for his own sense gratification.
Yeah. So
The
who is
wealth,
the communist here? He is the Karmi. Okay. Okay. Who is the materialistic person who wants to use for his own sense gratification? Yeah. Continue.
the wealth of the world actually belongs to Krishna, and every living entity, man and animal, has the birthright to use God's property for his maintenance. When one takes more than his maintenance requires, be he capitalist or communist, he is a thief, and as such, he is liable to be punished by the laws of nature.
Yeah. So last time we have discussed this shloka, Ishopanishad, shloka number 1. Ishavasham idam sarvam yat kancha jagatyam jagat tena tektena bunjita mahagrida kasya svidhanam. Okay. So everybody has been given for his own maintenance. And all the things belong to Krishna, but Krishna has given them something for their maintenance. But the problem is these people, capitalist or communists, they are trying to acquire more than required. This is the problem. So then what happens? Because of this wanting to get more, the punishment is given. By whom? By the laws of nature. Okay. So they are not having the understanding that something which is beyond their quota is not belonging to them. They want to enjoy that also. Like that. Okay. Yeah. Somebody else can read. Yeah. Yes. Who would like to read? Soumya Mataji. Yeah.
Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. The wealth of the world should be used for the welfare of all living entities, for that is the plan of Mother Nature. Everyone has the right to live by utilizing the wealth of the Lord. When people learn the art of scientifically utilizing the Lord's property, they will no longer encroach upon one another's rights. Then an ideal society can be formed. The basic principle for such spiritual society is stated in the first mantra of Sri Ishopanishad.
Yeah. So this translation you can read. Yeah.
Everything animate or inanimate that is within the universe is controlled and owned by the Lord. One should therefore accept only those things necessary for himself which are set aside as his quota and should not accept other things knowing well to whom they belong.
Yeah.
Krishna conscious devotees know very well that this material world is designed by the complete arrangement of the Lord to fulfill all the necessities of life for all living beings without their having to encroach upon the life or rights of one another. This complete arrangement affords the proper quota of wealth for everyone according to his real needs, and thus everyone may live peacefully according to the principle of plain living and high thinking.
Yeah. So Prabhupada started also purport with this concept. Okay, simple living. Yeah. Yeah, continue.
Unfortunately, materialists who have neither faith in the plan of God nor any aspiration for higher spiritual development misuse their God given intelligence only to augment their material possessions. They devise many systems such as capitalism and materialistic communism to advance their material position. They are not interested in the laws of God or in in a higher goal. Always anxious to fulfill their unlimited desires for sense gratification, they are conspicuous of their ability to exploit their fellow living beings.
Yeah, so same concept Prabhupada is continuing, that Karmi and Gyanis. So they are trying to enjoy beyond their quota. Okay. So they are called as metalists. Okay. Like that. Yeah. Yeah, agreed.
When human society gives up these elementary faults enumerated by Srila Rupa Goswami, Atyahara, etc., all enmity will cease between men and animals, capitalists and communists, and so forth. In addition, all problems of economic or political maladjustment and instability will be solved. This pure consciousness is awakened by the proper spiritual education and practice offered scientifically by the Krishna consciousness movement.
Yeah. So now Prabhupada is giving the solution to the problem of lolya, greed. Okay. So this was the 6th point we were discussing. So Prabhupada has given this solution. Okay. So what is that? The Krishna consciousness movement is the solution. Why? Because it's giving the pure consciousness. By awakening the pure consciousness, and what means the spiritual education. So like we are doing this Bhakti Shastri, reading Prabhupada books. So through this spiritual education, we will also attain this pure consciousness that will be awakened. And then apart from that, we have practice. Okay, so we have the theory and we have the practice or practicals, like we have in colleges. Theory and practical both are there. So there is also the engagement, okay, of service. Okay, so these two things we have to both take hand in hand, because sometimes we see devotees are so much busy in their service that they don't have any time for spiritual education, because Divya Gyan Hirde Prakashita. So automatically it will awaken Prabhuji. So then the question is, why did Prabhupada write so many books? Okay, so Prabhupada also wanted the book distribution team, those who were distributing books. He also asked them, are you reading the books? Or are you only distributing? They said, no, no, Prabhupada, we are only distributing the books. Told, no, you should also read the books. So the both the things should go hand in hand, because otherwise there will be so many devotees who will be in the pipeline. Okay, so you all know the pipeline. So devotees will come from one side, they will do the service, they'll go out from one side. Okay, in between there is no spiritual education here. Then it will be pipelines. So that's why Prabhupada in between introduced a system of boiling the milk in 1972. When Prabhupada saw that there are so many devotees now, but there is no proper training and education, so they introduced proper training and education of devotees. Okay. And at the same time, Prabhupada also emphasized with starting with the bus party and Radha Damodar bus party. So many things Prabhupada also started. So Prabhupada gave a balance of the spiritual education as well as the engagement. Okay. So if at any point of time, whether we are ourselves seeing in our life or the people whom we are guiding, if the people under us or we ourselves are not having this balance, then you can make it very sure that it will not go long. Okay. If it is only one-sided, then it won't go long. Okay, it will be like the flower pot. Okay, and after some time it will stop. So devotees stop chanting, they go out of devotional service. So because either there was no foundation of the spiritual education, but there was so much of building above it of service. I have this service, I have that service, but foundation is not there. So both are important. And if there is only foundation, there is no service. Prabhuji, 10 years I'm just making foundation only now. Going very deep. So both are not good. Okay. So it should be practically balanced. Yeah. So we'll just complete this take question. Yeah. Yes, Mati, please read.
This Krishna conscious movement offers a spiritual community that can bring about a peaceful condition in the world. Every intelligent man should purify his consciousness and rid himself of the above mentioned 6 hindrances to devotional service by taking wholehearted shelter of this Krishna consciousness movement.
Yeah. So Prabhupada is continuing this now, the solution part. How the Krishna consciousness is the solution for this problem. Okay. And then he concludes with this. Okay, that Krishna consciousness movement. So he has again said here, see, every intelligent man should purify his consciousness, because our society is has to do a lot with consciousness. It's not about external engagement only and automatically getting purified. Okay, so every intelligent man should purify his consciousness. Okay, it's not saying that every intelligent man will have his consciousness purified. Okay, Prabhupada has not written that he will have his consciousness purified, Divya Gyan Hriday Prakashita. Automatically it will happen. You don't have to do anything. He is saying every man should purify. So whose is the endeavor part? No, Prabhuji, I am just doing 16 rounds and watering Tulsi, and yeah, I'm doing something. So, and it will happen, na Prabhuji. That is a bhakti process. No, no, that is not bhakti process. Bhakti process is not that much. Okay. So we have to fly our own plane. That Prabhupada writes in the Mother Kunti section. Okay. So it will never happen automatically. So we have to endeavor from our side. And when we do, then we'll rid ourselves of the 6 hindrances: Atyahara, Prayasa, Prajalpa, Niyamagraha, Janasanga, Lolya. Okay, these things will be going away by devotional service when we practice like that. Okay, by taking wholehearted shelter. So, what is wholehearted shelter? Wholehearted shelter is not that we should do too much austerity. This simply means that have the goal of Krishna Prem. Okay, and no enjoyments below that. Okay, that going to heaven or having desire for liberation. So these things should be avoided. Okay, there may be anarthas which we are struggling with, that will gradually go away in anartha nivritti. That we don't have to be so much concerned. We can be knowing aware, we can be aware about it, but that should not be our focus. Okay, so anything below this goal is Prabhupada saying here that he has not taken wholehearted shelter like that. Okay, so that's how Prabhupada ends this uh, purport. So this is the conclusion actually for the whole thing. Yeah. Yes. You have any question, Mataji? Priya Gaurangi Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. Somewhere you said that Karmis and Gyanis both are using more than that their quota, more than required.
Mm-hmm.
So how is it Gyanis are also using more than they need? Like I didn't understand
No,
that.
no, no. That statement was for communists and capitalists, not Gyani and Karmi exactly.
Okay.
See here, this statement is coming. Yeah, here. Yeah. When one takes more, then his maintenance requires be a capitalist or communist. So for that, Prabhupada was saying he is a thief. Okay. Capitalist means basically they are wanting to make money but not taking care of the citizens so much. Communist means everybody should be equal. Nobody should be rich. Okay, like, and nobody should be poor. So both have philosophies not based on Krishna consciousness is far away, Vedic principles also. Okay, so that's why they are doing something which is not, which is a Prabhupada is writing it's more than their requirements like that. Because both are, see here, he has used the word sense gratification. Where is that? Yeah, somewhere Prabhupada told that they are all sense gratification. Basically, yeah, he puts them both in the category of karmi only. Okay, this is both capitalist and communist are in karmi, not jnani.
Yeah.
Is it okay, Mataji?
Yeah, because they are mukti kamis, you said, na? So mukti kamis, they are rejecting
They are
everything.
rejecting. Yeah, that I told here. Yeah, here that was mukti kami. Yeah, in karmi only both come, capitalists as well as communists, both. Okay.
Prabhuji,
Okay.
I have one
Yes, ma'am.
question here.
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, suppose as the example we have taken, that 100 rupees note is lying on the road, and someone sees that and sees that yes, God has sent it to me, so he will take it, assuming that it is the grace of God.
Yeah.
Now, how we will differentiate here that he has taken with pure heart, that yes, I needed it and God has sent it to me.
Yeah. Yeah, see, very good question. Yeah, it happened once in Prabhupada's time. Some disciples of Prabhupada, they had so much requirement of money for doing one particular service. I don't remember. As they were walking on the road, then suddenly the money fell from the top, and then they picked it up and they counted. It was the exactly amount they wanted actually. Okay. So then they engaged it in service. Yeah. So that is good. What we are talking here, na Mataji, in the general principle, not like this rare case. In general principle, Vedic principles or Varnashram principles are that Grihastha should have a uh, forum where he can earn through, uh, you know, legal means. Okay. Through legal means he can earn, and he should be able to maintain the family through that constant and legal source of money. Okay, but if one wants to maintain his family based on picking up $100 everywhere, it may not be practical. Okay, so in that sense, what we are discussing that the $100 which is there on the road, so now Vedic principle says this Ishavashyam Idam Sarvam, it's not your quota because it was there. It was belonging to somebody, but he has dropped it. So you can return it to them. That is the point. But as such, while when it comes, and he can pick it up and give to temple also if he doesn't find that person, no problem. That's what devotees did. They engaged in Krishna service. That is the thing we can do if we don't find that person. But at the same time, when he gets a desire that I can engage it in my own service, then that is not legal because that's not the fair means of earning for maintaining family. Does it answer, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhu.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay, thank you. Okay, any other question? Okay, so then we'll go to the third verse. Okay, are you able to see the screen, new screen? Okay, you have any question, Rajpati Gopinath Prabhu?
I want to read this.
Want to read? Okay, okay, yeah. Yeah, so this verse 3, we will. Oh, today we didn't recite the shlokas actually. Okay, so okay, let's recite the shlokas once and then we'll go to this. We had a lot of time taken because of starting the session. Okay, so I think we have less time to complete this. We'll complete this. We'll recite next time then. Okay, I will send the recording on the group. You can hear and recite yourself. Okay, so let's start this third verse. Okay, so उत्साहान्निश्चयात् धैर्यात् तत्तत् कर्म प्रवर्तनात् संगत्यागात् सतो वृत्तेः षड्भिर्भक्ति प्रसिद्ध्यति. Yes, please read.
There are 6 principles favorable to the execution of pure devotional service: being enthusiastic, endeavoring with confidence, being patient, acting according to regulative principles such as Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Sparanam, hearing, chanting, and remembering Krishna. 5th is abandoning the association of non-devotees, and 6th, following the footsteps of the previous acharyas. These 6 principles undoubtedly assure the complete success of pure devotional service.
Yes, thank you, Prabhuji. So now we are moving to the positive instructions. Okay, obviously not everything is positive in this. Okay, first half of the verse is positive, where it is said that what are the things one should do. Okay, so yeah, so first is utsaha, to have enthusiastic nature. So Prabhupada will define what is enthusiasm. Okay, endeavor with intelligence. Very simple definition Prabhupada will give. It's not only endeavor, it's endeavor with intelligence. Okay, and second is nischaya, determination, confidence. Third is dhairya. Yeah, patient when the results may be coming or results may not be coming. Generally required when results are not coming. Fourth, tattat karma pravartanat. What are the activities mentioned in the 9 limbs of bhakti? So that one is acting according to the regulative principles like that. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, all that. Yeah, Sangatyaga. So this is a negative injunction. First four are positive. Fifth one is negative. Sangatyagat. Okay. So previously also it was said Jana Sangha. And here also it's told Sangatyagat. So basically it's a repetition to emphasize how the association is very, very primary and foundational in our bhakti. Okay. If it is negative association, then it will destroy. If it is positive association, it will flourish. That's how Rupa Goswami has repeated this. So this is the only thing which is repeated in the Updeshamritam. And Sato Vritte. Okay, this is following the footsteps. So what Prabhupada writes, yeah, following the footsteps of the previous acharyas, like that. Okay, who are the previous acharyas? All the acharyas who are like Srila Prabhupada and Bhaktivedanta Thakur Thakur, then Gaur Krishadas Babaji Maharaj, then Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Jeev Goswami, Rup Goswami, all the acharyas. Okay, like that. Yes, Prabhuji, please read.
The word Utsaha, enthusiasm, refers to eagerness to perform limbs of sadhana which enhance bhakti. The word Nischaya, conviction, signifies firm faith. Dhairya means not slackening one's execution of the limbs of bhakti even when there is delay in obtaining the desired goal. The meaning of Tat Karma Pravartana is to fully renounce one's material enjoyment while endeavoring exclusively for the attainment of Bhagavan. In Srimad Bhagavatam 11:19-24, Bhagavan Sri Krishna says to Uddhava.
Yeah, so now this Radharaman Goswami is introducing this verse. He is the primary commentator. So he is introducing this verse and saying what are the important definitions here. Utsaha, he is defining enthusiasm. Eagerness to perform the limbs of sadhana. Okay, this is not eagerness for materialistic activities. Okay. Okay. So it's a spiritual endeavor. Eagerness for a spiritual endeavor. Second, Nishchaya signifies firm faith. Faith in what? Faith in the scriptures of Bhakti and Vishnu or Lord Krishna, like that. Okay. So these are the primary terms. Faith in what? Faith in the books and faith in Lord Krishna. Okay. These are two things. Shraddha, Shastrartha Shraddha. Okay, that's what Jiva Goswami defines. Shraddha means Shastra Arth. शास्त्र के अर्थ में श्रद्धा होनी चाहिए. What the scriptures are saying. Okay, that is called faith. Okay. Dhairya. What is dhairya? So especially in the condition when the things are not obtained, then one should not slacken one's execution of the limbs of bhakti. That is called dhairya. Okay, that is the meaning. So this was the first, second, third, fourth. So now here tattat karma pravartanat is to fully renounce one's material enjoyment while endeavoring exclusively for attainment of Bhagavan. Okay, so only spiritual endeavor. Okay, and material endeavor decreased. So that is the definition here. He's saying tat karma pravartana. What kind of karma? Karma means activities here, not karma yoga. Okay, to renounce the material endeavors or reduce it to the extent possible, because we cannot make it zero. Okay, we have to take care of the body. It's not material endeavor in one sense for devotees, because they are all using for the service of Krishna, like that. Yeah. So, but spiritually, we have to make sure that all the activities which could be potentially material, we are consciously doing it to be spiritually. Okay, like sleeping. It's a material thing also, it's a spiritual thing also. For devotees, depending on consciousness. Okay, if they are taking rest or taking sleeping or eating food, bathing or cleaning home, whatever they may be doing, it can be both material and spiritual based on the consciousness of the person. If he is doing all this as a service to the Lord, for pleasing the Lord, so that he can take care of his bhakti nicely and perform the 9 limbs of bhakti very nicely, then these all material endeavors will be counted as spiritual endeavor. That is the point. Okay. Yeah. So he is giving on reference from Bhagavatam. Yeah. Evam dharmair manusyanam uddhavatma nivedinam mai sangyate bhakti ko anyo arthos asya avashishyate. Yes, please read.
Devotion that is saturated with love for me arises in the hearts of those who offer their very souls unto me and who follow the religious principles favorable for bhakti. What other object remains to be obtained for those who have attained bhakti for me? The meaning of sattva-vritti.
Sorry. Yeah.
The meaning of sattva-vritti is to adopt the exalted conduct of devotees.
Yeah. So basically here that definition is given for the fifth object. Sixth object, yeah, satovritte. Yeah, it's R satovritte. Yeah, sangatyagat. Satovritte. Yeah, here is the sixth principle. So what is the meaning of this is to adopt the exalted conduct of devotees. Okay. Vritti. Vritti means the what we can say is vritti means something which is uh, how to tell in English? Vritti means something which is habitual, like that. Okay, some kind of habit, vritti. And what kind of habit we should have? That is following or adopting after the sato. Sat means the sadhus. Okay, the sadhus. What are their habits? We should have that kind of habits. Okay, or the conduct. Yeah, here the word is there. Conduct. Vritti is like conduct. So whatever is the conduct of devotee, we should try to adopt it. Okay. Yeah.
Prabhu, I have query in previous slide. Is it okay, Prabhu? Can I ask her later?
Yes. Yes, Prabhu. Yeah,
Yeah,
please.
Dhairya, Prabhu. Dhairya means not slackening one's execution of the limbs of bhakti even when there is delay in obtaining the desired goal. So my understanding is the desired goal is spiritual goal, but the spiritual goal, as we are sadhakas, we don't know when it will get obtained. Also means so how can we like here dhairya means refers because the pure devotional service it takes long time. So my understanding is like uh, this desired goal in the sense like is a short term or long term normally like in devotion. So we should have some short term or long term goals or like so I'm thinking here the goal is like pure devotional service, but it takes some time means we don't know when it will obtain also because as we are sadhana it's like how
Yeah. So desired goal can be both. Yeah, short term also, long term also. Correct. So yeah, if it is like desired goal is Krishna Prema, yeah, so it will take time depending on the intensity as Prabhupada says. Advancement in Krishna consciousness depends on the attitude of the followers. Based on attitude, the desired goals will come. Okay, so it's very personal when and how the desired goal will come. Okay, so it may come immediately based on the attitude, or it may come later. That is also based on one's attitude, one's consciousness. Okay, but in any case, Prabhupada is saying that one should not give up the limbs of bhakti, thinking that bhakti is not working. Okay, or thinking that bhakti is not able to give the results. That one should not do. That is what he's saying. Is it okay, Prabhuji?
yes Prabhu, thank you.
Yeah, so we'll go to Prabhupada's purport here. Yeah, somebody else would like to read?
May I read, Guruji?
Yeah, please. Yeah, please read.
Yes, Hare Krishna. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Devotional service is not a matter of sentimental speculation or imaginative ecstasy. Its substance is practical activity. Srila Rupa Goswami in his Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu 1.1.11 has defined devotional service as follows.
1 minute. I'm not able to see my screen. Just 1 minute. I'll share again. Yeah. Okay. Is it visible for all of you?
Yes, Praji. It is
Okay.
visible.
Yeah. Please read again.
Devotional service is not a matter of speculation or sentimental speculation or imaginative ecstasy. Its substance is practical activity. Srila Rupa Goswami in his Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu 1.1.11 has defined devotional service as follows. अन्याभिलाषिता शून्यं ज्ञानकर्माद्यनावृतम् अनुकूल्येन कृष्णानुशीलनं भक्तिरुत्तमा. Uttama Bhakti or unalloyed devotional service unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna involves the rendering of devotional service in a way that is favorable to the Lord. This devotional service should be free from any extraneous motive and devoid of fruitive karma, impersonal jnana, and all other selfish desires.
Yeah. So now Prabhupada is starting with defining devotional service. Okay. And then he will come to describing different parts of the shloka. So two things he has mentioned. First is it's not sentimental speculation. And second is it's not imaginative ecstasy also. Okay. And now ahead also he's going to tell it's not idle meditation. Okay. Yeah, we'll read. Yeah. Okay. Yes, Prajay. Please
Alright.
read.
Bhakti is a sort of cultivation. As
Yeah,
soon
now
as we
Prabhupada is
see
explaining the word anushilan. Anushilanam. Okay. Shilanam. This word means cultivation. And anu means to follow after or do continuously. Yeah. Yeah, read.
As soon as we say cultivation, we must refer to activity. Cultivation of spirituality does not mean sitting down idly for meditation,
Yeah.
as
So
some
this is the
pseudo
third thing.
yogis teach.
Yeah. This is not the definition of bhakti. This third definition, which is not bhakti. This idle meditation. Yeah. Please continue.
Such idle meditation may be good for those who have no information of devotional service, and for this reason, it is sometimes recommended as a way to check distracting material activities.
Hmm.
Meditation means stopping all nonsensical activities, at least for the time being. Devotional service, however, not only puts an end to all nonsensical mundane activities, but also engages one in meaningful devotional activities. Prahlad Maharaj recommends Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Pada Sevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakhyam Atmanivedanam. The 9 processes of devotional service are as follows. First, hearing the name and glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Second, chanting his glories. Third, remembering the Lord. Fourth, serving the Lord's feet. Fifth, worshipping the deity. Sixth, offering obeisances unto the Lord. Seventh, acting as the Lord's servant. Eighth, making friends with the Lord. And ninth, surrendering oneself fully to the Lord.
Yeah. Somebody else can read. So, yeah. Who would like to read? Yes. Ashish Pro, please read. Okay. Somebody else also raised
Shravanam,
hand. Yeah. Continue.
yeah, Shravanam or hearing is the first step in acquiring the transcendental knowledge. One should not give oral reception to unauthorized person, but should approach the proper person as recommended in Bhagavad Gita 4.34. Tad viddhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadeshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshina. Just try to learn the truth by approaching the spiritual master. Inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. The self-realized soul can impart knowledge onto you because he has seen the truth. It is further recommended in Mukunda Upanishad Tad
Tad Vijnanartham Sagurun Eva Avigachet. Yeah, this is Mundak Upanishad. Yeah, yes, please.
To understand that transcendental science, one must approach a bona fide spiritual master. Thus, this method of submissively receiving the transcendental confidential knowledge is not merely based on mental speculation. In this regard, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Rupa Goswami.
Yeah.
ब्रह्मांड भ्रमिते को न भाग्यवान जीव गुरु कृष्ण प्रसादे पाए bhakti lata beej. In the course of traversing the universe, creation of Brahma, some fortunate soul may receive the seed of bhakti lata, the creeper of devotional service. This is all by grace of Guru and Krishna. CC Madhya 19.151. The material world is a place of confinement for the living entity who are by nature Anandamaya, pleasure seeking. They actually want to be free from confinement of this world of conditional happiness, but not knowing the process of liberation. They are bound to transmigrate from one species of life to another species of life, from one planet to another planet. In this way, the living entities are wandering throughout the material universe. When by good fortune one comes in contact with a pure devotee and hears from him patiently, one begins to follow the path of devotional service. Such an opportunity is offered to the person who is sincere. The International Society of Krishna Consciousness is giving such a chance to humanity at large. If by fortune one takes advantage of this opportunity to engage in devotional service, the path of liberation immediately opens.
Yeah,
One
yeah.
should
Thank you,
accept.
Braji. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll read till here. Yeah. So here, yeah, Prabhupada is explaining the prelude to this six activity Utsaha Nishchaya. So he is explaining basically bhakti is not those three things. Okay, imaginative ecstasy, mental speculation, or idle talk. Okay, then he is saying what is bhakti then? So what is bhakti? Anyavilashita shunyam, that he defined. How does one get bhakti? By coming in touch with a sadhu. Okay, so how will one come in touch with sadhu? So for that, Prabhupada is saying we have built up this ISKCON movement. When one comes in touch with ISKCON, he will come in touch with sadhus, he will get bhakti. That is what till now he told. Now we'll go ahead with the first limb, Utsaha. Yes, Anish Prabhu.
Abhij, I had a question.
Yeah.
It is said that bhakti is not idle talk. So, when we do Bhagavad Katha, that doesn't come under idle talk, right?
That will?
When we discuss Krishna Katha, that doesn't come under idle talk, right?
No, no. Prabhupada is saying idle talk means without having any aim or any goal like that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like that. Not Krishna conscious Katha or this. Yeah. Yeah, we have goal of doing Shravanam, Kirtanam and attaining Krishna Prem. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Somebody can read from here. Utsaha. Yeah. Pratik Kumar Pro.
Yeah, one should accept this opportunity to return home back to Godhead very enthusiastically. Without an enthusiasm, one cannot be successful. Even in the material world, one has to be very enthusiastic in his particular field of activity in order to become successful. A student, businessman, artist, or anyone else who wants success in his line must be enthusiastic. Similarly, one has to be very enthusiastic in devotional service. Enthusiasm means action, but action for whom? The answer is that one should always act for Krishna. Krishna Krishnarthe Akhila Cheshta. In order to attain perfection in Bhakti Yoga, one has to perform devotional activities under the direction of the spiritual master in all phases of life. It is not that one has to confine or narrow one's activities. Krishna is all pervading. Therefore, nothing is independent of Krishna, as Krishna himself states in the Bhagavad Gita 9.4. Maya tatam idam sarvam jagad avyaktamurtina matsthani sarvabhutani nacha hamteshvavastitah. By me, in my unmanifested form, this entire universe is pervaded. All beings are in me, but I am not in them. Under the direction of the bona fide spiritual master, one has to make everything favorable for Krishna's service. For example, at present, we are using a dictaphone. The materialist who invented this machine intended for businessmen or writers of mundane subject matters. He certainly never thought of using the dictaphone in God's service, but we are using this dictaphone to write Krishna conscious literature. Of course, The manufacture of the dictaphone is wholly within the energy of Krishna. All the parts of the instrument, including the electronic functions, are made from different combinations and interactions of the five basic types of material energy, namely Bhumi, Jala, Agni, Vayu, and Akash. The inventor used his brain to make this complicated machine, and his brain, as well as the ingredients, was supplied by Krishna. According to the statement of Krishna, Madhusthani Sarva Bhutani, everything is depending on my energy. Thus, the devotee can understand that since nothing is independent of Krishna's energy, everything should be doubted in his service.
Yes, thank you. It's not completed. I think one more paragraph is there. Yeah, just one more paragraph. Yeah, please read.
Endeavor executed with intelligence is Krishna consciousness. In Krishna consciousness is called utsaha or enthusiasm. The devotee find the correct means by which everything can be utilized in the service of the Lord. Nirbandha Krishna Sambandhe Yuktam Vairagyam Uchyate. The execution of devotional service is not a matter of idle meditation, but is practical action in the foreground of spiritual life.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, Prabhupada is explaining Utsaha, this till now what we read. So basically the definition as it comes later, endeavor executed with intelligence. Okay, that much we can remember. Endeavor with intelligence. That is Utsaha. Very simple definition Prabhupada gave. Endeavor with intelligence. I will point out where it is. Yeah, here you see at the last. So this is the definition Prabhupada has given for Utsaha. Okay, very simple. Okay. Okay, endeavor, but with intelligence. Okay. What kind of intelligence? That intelligence which Prabhupada has defined earlier from Anya Abhilashita Shunyam, or even it will come Sato Vritte by following the footsteps of sadhus or following the Shastra. So this intelligence is not materialistic intelligence, but it is based on Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. What they are saying. Okay. So whatever the guidance these things are giving us, that will be making it Utsaha, endeavor. Okay. And it's not that we have to neglect our material intelligence. That is also not the case. So we have to use the material intelligence also that is given by Krishna only. But at the same time, that material intelligence should be used to find out what Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra is wanting me to do in this situation. Okay, that material intelligence should be used. Okay, that is told in Bhakti Rasam Sindhu only, first chapter, 19th verse. Okay, how the logic should be used. So logic should not be dry logic. It should be Shastra Yukti, based on Shastra. Okay, Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra, what they are trying to say, that we have to understand by our material intelligence. Okay, and then do the endeavor. So that's what is the definition. Now, in the flow of the purport, what Prabhupada is saying, we'll discuss. Yeah, so he said basically the very, actually, this is from Bhakti Sam Sindhu, which is quoted in uh, Chaitanya Charitamrita. And this is a shloka which is for advanced devotees, basically, for Bhava Bhakti. Krishna Ardhe Akhila Chesta. Akhila means complete. Chesta, endeavor. All endeavor is for whom? Krishna Ardhe, for the purpose of Krishna. So one should always act for Krishna. That's what Prabhupada is wanting to tell. It's a very advanced stage, but at least we should have our goal that we want to act always for Krishna. Okay, so that is what Prabhupada is connecting to enthusiasm. Because some action has to be done. Why? Because we see that in materialistic field also, here Prabhupada has given the examples. In materialistic field also, people have to be enthusiastic to find out the result of their endeavor. So why not in spiritual life? Okay, so that he defined, and then other acharyas actually define this. Bhaktivinoda Thakur also defines that endeavor means following the limbs of bhakti with great respect. Actually, that we didn't discuss, but I'm just saying we should have great respect for the limbs of bhakti. That is also called enthusiasm. Okay. And Bhakti Siddhanta would say the enthusiasm is not to have enthusiasm for karma or liberation, in some materialistic enjoyment, and to give up materialistic enjoyment and to give up liberation. These both are also utsaha. That Bhakti Sarvadagut says like that. Okay. And then Prabhupada goes further and he says about two quotations he gives basically. One is from Bhagavad Gita. Okay. So why he is quoting here, you see. In order to attain perfection in Bhakti Yoga. So now he's telling specifically for those who are Bhakti Yogi because Upadeshamritam is for the Bhakti Yogis. Okay. So this book is for them. So he is saying one has to perform devotional activities under the direction of the spiritual master. So this will come also later, Satovritte, under the direction of spiritual master. And now he's saying one should not be having confinement or narrow vision or narrow activities. Why? Because Krishna is all pervading. So he is indicating towards also Yukta Vairagya that the devotees can use materialistic objects, material objects for bhakti. Okay. One doesn't have to give it up. For that, he has quoted Bhagavad Gita, 9th chapter. Maya tadamidam sarvam. Means in the world, I am present. Sarva bhutani, mat sthani, I am situated. Teshu avasthita, Lord is situated. He is situated in the metal world, in all places. The Prabhupada has given example. And then he concludes with this nice example of dictaphone. Okay, so very nicely Prabhupada explained that this was never thought by the inventor to be used in Krishna conscious way, but surely he may be getting some sukriti because devotee use these things. Yeah. So of course the manufacturer is wholly within the energy of Krishna. So devotees can do Yukta Vairagya. That's what Prabhupada is pointing towards. One should not say that, oh, this is made by person who with a materialistic intelligence. He never thought of this being used by Krishna conscious devotees. Why should we use it? No, if it is having a purpose in Krishna consciousness, one should use that much only. Okay, being practical. Yeah. So yeah, Prabhupada further expands on this only. That Krishna is present everywhere. Yeah, see here, Prabhupada is saying same thing. Yukta Vairagya. Devotees find the correct means by which everything can be utilized in service of the Lord. Nirbandha Krishna Sambandha Yuktam Vairagyam Uchyate. Yeah, so this again Prabhupada is concluding with this that Yukta Vairagya is the principle one should not reject. Okay, execution devotional is not matter of idle meditation, but is practical action for ground of spiritual life. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, we'll read ahead. Yeah. Yeah. You have any question, Ashish Bro?
Prabhuji, can you give one example, practical example of using endeavor with intelligence?
Here example Prabhupada gave. You are saying about this, where is it? Dictaphone. Yeah, here Prabhupada has given this example. So Prabhupada is saying endeavor with intelligence means Yukta Vairagya. See here. He told na endeavor executed with intelligence in Krishna consciousness is called Utsaha. Devotees, and the next line is immediate next line. Devotees find the correct means by which everything can be utilized. Everything can be utilized in service of Lord. So that is what Prabhupada is telling, that meaning of Utsaha is this. Yukta Vairagya. To use everything in Krishna's service. And examples, we are using computer, we are using mobile, we are using printing press, all these things Bhaktivedanta Thakur used. Okay, all these are examples. Is it
Got it,
okay?
Prabhuji. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. Very
Okay.
good.
Balraj Bro.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Made. Everything would be like utilized in the service of the Lord. We also see amongst the devotees probably that we do something that may be not favorable in our service, but we see that like everything is. So what I just wanted to understand what is the context behind when Prabhupada says that everything can be utilized in the service of the Lord. If just to give an example, right? Sometimes like we plug in like usually we see that nowadays like we plug in earphones, okay, and we listen to lectures when we are in a team doing seva, and that is not very like someone wants to in a team, if you have like to interact while doing seva, like that is not possible because you are not able to hear the other person. Just giving that like an example. So ideally, if you go to see that person is actually using the earphone in the service of the Lord again for Hari Katha, for listening to Hari Katha. How can we justify such scenarios? I just want to understand the prelude behind this Havan purpose.
What example you gave exactly? So when you're using that earphone, what is happening?
Suppose like now I'm doing seva with 4-5 people, and one person is actually like has plugged in earphones and listening to possibly Prabhupada's lecture only. And I want something from that other from the Prabhuji, like but I call him, he's not able to hear because he's already hearing. I'm just giving this one example. It could be like expanded to like lot other things around. Just this example came in my mind. Then how do we really like justify it? Because the other person might justify and saying, the other devotee might justify saying that okay, I had put in because I want to like I was actually utilizing it for the service of the Lord.
Yeah. Actually, this is something. One thing is that we should be practical also. Yeah. So yeah, common sense should be utilized. That should not be given up. Basically, the service is there where we have to communicate with others. That time we need not use it. Okay, and there is time and place where we can use those objects for increasing our bhakti. But at the same time, common sense should not be given up. Okay. Yeah, common sense should be there. So yeah, if you are having something to communicate, you can tell beforehand that we will have to communicate during this service. So you can do the hearing thing sometime later, or do it and come, whatever. Yeah. So like that we can communicate. Devotee will understand. Yeah. So Yukta Vairagya is not that one should lose their common sense. That's what I'm able to say. So basically, Yukta Vairagya Prabhupada is saying in the sense that yeah, one can use the objects in Krishna service. That much is the understanding. Okay. Does it answer, Prabhuji? Miss?
Yes, Prabhuji, but the only like understanding that I wanted to develop is like I wanted to connect this to the utsaha which Prabhupada was actually defining.
That's what I am also saying. That is, Yukta Vairagya means using everything in Krishna service at an appropriate time, place, circumstance.
Okay.
Yeah, not.
It is with intelligence, time, place, and circumstance.
Common sense. Yeah, at a suitable time, place, and circumstance by suitable candidate should be used. Okay, everybody cannot use. Like like Bhakti Thakur, did he purchase a car, very costly car, and then used it? So everybody may not be qualified. So as per his qualification, one can use whatever Krishna has given. That only one will use. One should not go out of his thing to purchase something like airplane to use in Krishna service. That Ambani can do. We cannot do. Okay, and yeah, that's what. Okay. Okay, we'll go ahead. Yeah. So somebody would like to read?
May I read, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji.
Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. These activities must be executed with patience. One should not be impatient in Krishna consciousness. Indeed, this Krishna consciousness movement was started single-handedly, and in the beginning there was no response. But because we continued to execute our devotional activities with patience, people gradually began to understand the importance of this movement, and now they are eagerly participating. One should not be impatient in discharging devotional service, but should take instructions from the spiritual master and execute them with patience, depending on the mercy of Guru and Krishna. The successful execution of Krishna conscious activities requires both patience and confidence. A newly married girl naturally expects offering from her husband, but she cannot expect to have them immediately after marriage. Of course, as soon as she is married, she can attempt to get a child, but she must surrender to her husband, confident that her child will develop and be born in due time. Similarly, in devotional service, surrender means that one has to become confident. The devotee thinks, Avashya Rakshibe Krishna. Krishna will surely protect me and give me help from the successful execution of devotional service. This is called confidence. As already explained, one should not be idle, but should be very enthusiastic about executing the regulative principles tat tat karma pravartana. Neglect of the regulative principles will destroy devotional service.
Yeah. This we'll take later. Yeah. So till here, Prabhupada explained the word nishchaya. Okay. So what Prabhupada is saying, it's a confidence. So what is the confidence? Confidence in Krishna consciousness process. So he gave two examples here. So first he told that it was started, Krishna conscious movement was started single-handedly. Okay. But initially the results are not coming. Then later it started coming. But Prabhupada was not impatient. Okay. And he was having confidence, nishchaya, that this is instruction of Guru Maharaj and it will happen like that. Okay. So that's what he's saying from his own personal example. One should not be impatient. So whatever preaching we may be also doing, okay, sometimes results may come, sometimes results may not come. But yeah, we should just continue doing the endeavor and whatever the it's not that we are aloof from the results. Whatever results are coming, based on that, we can take some feedback and try to improve ourselves. But the progress or the success of the endeavor is not in result. Okay, that we have to understand. Success of the endeavor is in the endeavor itself, in confidence in Krishna. Results we can surely see where it's coming, not coming, and then we can assess what we are doing wrong, what we are doing right. Okay, and then one can improve, no problem. But we are not just dependent on results. That is also there. Okay, yeah. So Prabhupada is saying one should not be impatient in discharging bhakti, and but should take instruction from the spiritual master and execute them with patience. Okay, like that.
So this is dhairya or nishchay?
Yeah, actually Prabhupada is doing both here.
Huh.
Okay. Yeah, Prabhupada is doing both here. He will directly go to Tattat Karma Pravartana. So yeah, both are there. So wherever this confidence thing is coming, that is about Nishchaya. Where about the patience is coming, okay, that is about Dhairya. Okay. Yeah. So now he giving another example here about Dhairya. So newly married girl. So she cannot expect the offspring to come immediately. But in due course of time, she will get. Okay. But what is the process? She must surrender. So earlier, if you see, Prabhupada gave this here, take the instructions of spiritual master. Okay. So that is the process. And then that will give the result. Okay. And similar thing, Prabhupada explained through the example of husband and wife. Okay. So you follow the process of bhakti, be patient, you will get the results. Okay. And if results are not there, then don't become disheartened. Okay. Have nishcha, have confidence in bhakti. This is what he is saying. Okay. So we'll go to the next, that is fourth one now. So here was this third explanation. And here was the second one, nishcha. Okay. So who would like to read next? Yes, Priya Varangnati.
Prabhuji, I have a question before. Prabhuji, Nishchaya means determination, right? No? Because a translation, word to word translation by confidence. Nishchaya equals to by confidence. Here it, but generally, like जो हम हिंदी में पढ़ते हैं, निश्चय means to.
Determination.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. See, they both are connected. Nishchaya means Prabhupada is translated to as confidence and firm faith. In the purport also, firm faith. Okay. Where is it? It's here or it came earlier? Okay, yeah. So firm faith is also there, but determination, see, determination is the next step.
Hmm.
First is one is having some confidence in something, na?
Hmm.
Something in some philosophy or some value system,
Hmm.
what he believes. First is belief, then only determination will come, na?
Hmm.
Yeah, so that's what is the difference.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I read?
Yes. Yes.
As already explained, one should not be idle, but should be very enthusiastic about executing the regulative principles, tat karma pravartana. Neglect of the regulative principles will destroy devotional service.
Hmm.
In this Krishna consciousness movement, there are 4 basic regulative principles: forbidding illicit sex, meat eating, gambling, and intoxication. A devotee must be very enthusiastic about following these principles. If he becomes slack in following any of them, his progress will certainly be checked. Srila Rupa Goswami therefore recommends Tat Karma Pravartanat. One must strictly follow the regulative principles of Vaidhi Bhakti. In addition to these 4 prohibitions, yama, there are positive regulative principles, niyam, such as the daily chanting of 16 rounds on Japamala beads. These regulative activities must be faithfully performed with enthusiasm. This is called Tattat Karma Pravartana, or varied engagement in devotional service. Furthermore, in order to be successful in devotional service, one must give up the association of
We'll
undesirable.
take, yeah, this will take later. Okay. Yeah, here topic is changing. Yeah. So Tattat Karma Pravartanat, Prabhupada is saying, starting from here. So one should not be idle. Okay. So idle talking, he told it's not Krishna consciousness, but very enthusiastic. So he's connecting it with Utsaha about executing the regulative principles. So basically, Prabhupada is saying this whole topic regarding the Vaidhi Bhakti. Okay. So later also he'll use that word. Vaidhi Bhakti means that which is based on the rules and regulation of scriptures. Means the impetus of this bhakti is because the scriptures are saying to do what? Smaranam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, all these things scriptures are saying. So that's why we are doing. That's called Vaidhi Bhakti. Okay, so later we'll see in Nectar of Devotion, Raganuga Bhakti means that which is not primarily driven by instructions of the scriptures, but the person is trying to emulate or follow the Vrajavasis because Vrajavasis are doing certain activity of bhakti, okay, like remembering or Smaranam, Kirtanam, Vishnu. They are doing, so we are also doing. That is the primary difference. So, but here specifically Tattat Karma Pravatana about Vaidhi Bhakti only. Okay, scriptures are saying we are doing. Guru is saying we are doing. But oh, Guru is saying from where? He is also saying from scriptures only. So it's all based on Shastra. Okay. Oh yeah. And then Prabhupada is saying that yeah, and scriptures are saying some what two things they say. What they say? So they say yama and niyama. Yama means that we should be avoiding, and niyama means that is rule. We say na niyam Hindi mein. Niyam is rule, and yama is the things which we have to be avoided. So now Prabhupada will say also that what he says later. Yeah, so these are all the yama which have to be avoided. Okay. Illicit sex, meat eating, gambling, intoxication, these all should be avoided. Yeah, like that he says, yeah. And if not, then his progress will be certainly checked. So sometimes devotees may take it very casually. Okay. That following these 4 regulative principles and not being enthusiastic about the positives, Smaranam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, like delaying chanting till late night. Okay. Even though one has seen that certain pattern of activities happen in life, but at the same time, he is not trying to make chanting as a priority. Okay. But some things which are not fully Krishna conscious and not fully materialistic, that they are being prioritized more. Even though one understands that that can be done later, but chanting we can do earlier in the day, whatever. Yeah. If whatever is one's best time, one should do. Uh, cool, calm, cool, calm and peaceful place. So one should try to find out the day. So Matajis may find it in the afternoon when children are at school and husband is at work. So everybody should find out their timings where they are able to peacefully sit and try to establish relationship with Krishna while chanting. That is very simple. Okay. So somebody is doing in morning, somebody in afternoon, and as much as possible, try to avoid in night. So yeah, these are the general things. Yeah. And then yeah, here is Prabhupada saying about this yama and niyama. So that which is four prohibitions and positive rating regulatory principles. Positives many times it's told Smaranam Kirtanam Vishnu. Yeah, chanting and attending morning for program, whatever possible to the best extent, at least once in a week, or if one is living far, once in a month, or trying to do at home. Okay. So these are things which are tat tat karma parvartanat, means the engagements in bhakti. So if you see word to word meaning, Prabhupada very nicely told that tat tat karma, various activities favorable for devotional service. Pravartana means to perform them. Yeah. Okay. Like that. So this is how Prabhupada is defined here. Tat tat karma pravartanat. Hmm. Engaging in devotional service, positivities, and avoiding the negatives. So anukul, we have to do accept them. Anukulasya sankalpa and pratikulasya varjanam. That's what. Okay, so let's go ahead to the next one. Yeah, so who would like to read here? Yes, Prabhu. Let us give time to chance to Sanatan Gopal Prabhu.
Okay. Furthermore, in order to be successful in devotional service, one must give up the association of undesirable people.
Yeah, please read.
This includes this includes karmis, gyanis, yogis, and other non-devotees. Once Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was asked by one of his householder devotees about the general principle of Vaishnavism, as well as the general routine activities of a Vaishnav. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately replied, Asat Sangatyaga, Age Vaishnava Achar, Chaitanya Charitamrita Leela 22.87. Characteristically, a Vaishnava is one who gives up the association of worldly people or non-devotees. Sri Narottam Das Thakur has therefore recommended Tandera Charana Sei Bhakti Sanevas. One has to live in the company of pure devotee and execute the regulatory principles laid down by the previous acharyas. The six Goswamis, namely Sri Rup Goswami, Sri Sanatan Goswami, Sri Jup Goswami, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, Sri Gopal Bhatt Goswami, and Sri Raghunath Bhatt Goswami. If one lives in the association of devotees, there is little chance of associating with non-devotees. The International Society of Krishna Consciousness is opening many centers just to invite people to live in the company of devotees and practice the regulative principles of spiritual life.
Thank you. Yeah, so here Prabhupada is now describing about the next item, Sangatyaga. Okay. This fifth item na, here. Yeah, so next will be Satavritte. Yeah. Yeah, so Sangatyagat. So very, very simple. Prabhupada has made it that avoiding association of undesirable people. The very simple definition. Sorry. Give up the association of undesirable people. This is the definition for the Sangatyagat. Okay. Okay. Who are these undesirable people? They are here. Karmi, Jnani, Yogi. Why they are undesirable? These people want to enjoy the material world, and these people want to reject the material world. Okay. And there are people who are not interested in God at all, atheists. So these all category of people one has to give up the association. Then whose association should one take? So he told here, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said through his Acharan, Vaishnava Achar. What? Asat Sanga Tyag Yai Vaishnava Achar. To give up the association of materialistic minded people. Okay. What are their mind absorbed in? Their mind is absorbed in either liberating themselves from the material world or enjoying the material world. So whoever having these two mentalities, one should give up their association. Okay. So association of worldly people like non-devotees. One should give up. And then he is quoting from Narottam Das Thakur. Okay, one has given up, then what should one do? So one should accept the association of Bhakt. Okay, so one has to give up, live in the company of pure devotees and execute the regulative principles. Yeah, that is tat tat karma pravartanat. Okay, regulative principles. But that can be done in Sangha of devotees. And the examples are all the Shad Goswamis. Okay. And how we are practically fulfilling this. So Prabhupada is saying that we have established Krishna Consciousness Society, where we are practically doing this, giving association of devotees. And we have seen many hippies. They have given up their bad activities and taken up to devotional service like that. Okay. Yes. Any questions are there?
Yes, Prabhuji, I have a question.
Yes,
वो जो
Mataji.
से बोले हैं कि कर्मीज और ज्ञानीज का संग नहीं लेने, तो while preaching we associate with non-devotees.
While what?
While preaching
Preaching.
consciousness.
Huh.
So how to maintain that means how much we should go that it should not affect our bhakti.
Huh. Yeah. We have to know, Mataji, means that nobody can decide for you, I think. Yeah, spiritual master or somebody who knows you personally, they can tell better. But you also have to judge yourself. Like Prabhupada could go to Bori and Nityanand Prabhu could go to brothels and liquor house and preach. But we have to see our capacity that we are not getting affected because first is protecting ourselves. Correct. Janma sarthak kari kara paropkar. So first is not paropkar, first is janma sarthak. So if we can do that, and we have to ourselves understand limit. Once or twice we may be doing the mistake, but understanding that again and again we should not do mistake. Okay, that our bhakti is not getting diminished. That we should understand from ourselves by our own preaching endeavor. And at the same time, mood of preaching is not taking their association. That is not our focus. Our focus is to give the association of ourselves. And ourselves, why? Because we are telling what Parampara is telling, what Prabhupada is telling. So we are not giving our association actually. We are giving association of Prabhupada or previous acharyas by speaking what they are speaking, but in limits, whatever is possible for us. For everybody, limit is different. So Bhakti Thakur tells in the commentary to this, stitch the cloth according to your cloth, stitch the coat as per your cloth. Okay, so he says that example that somebody may be having the capacity to run an entire estate and he can manage everything and still find leisure time to do his bhakti. But sometimes some people may not be able to manage a family of 2 or 4. Okay, so everybody has to stitch their coat as per the cloth they have. Okay, so that's what example he gives. So you have to understand, evaluate yourself where you are, and then accordingly preach so that you are enthusiastic, determined, confident. All these things should be there, and your bhakti is not going down. That's what I understand from reading this.
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you.
Hare Krishna. Okay, any other question? Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I had a question.
Yeah.
Prabhuji, in terms of association, right? Prabhupada talks about like karmis, gyanis, yogis, and other non-devotees. I had a very practical question. Okay, how about like Kanish devotees? I think so. Mahadev Prabhuji already has asked this question because we are mostly in the association of Kanish devotees. So, how do we really like practically understand from this verse?
Yeah, they are devotees, na? Kanishtam is also devotee only. Yeah.
Oh, then we should take their
Huh?
yeah, we should take their association, right?
Not in
It is
that
not.
sense. Not in that sense. We should take their association. It's not unfavorable for our bhakti. Yeah, not in that sense that we should take the whose association we should take. That NY5 it will tell that Anya Nindadi Shunya Hridam Ipsita Sangha Labdhya. Labdha or desire or aspire for Sangha, Labdha Sangha, of whom Anya Nindadi Shunya, who are free of fault of criticizing others. Okay. That association we should desire, like our Guru Maharaj or very elevated devotees, Siksha Guru, Diksha Gurus. Okay. But this association of Kanishta Adhikari is not unfavorable for our bhakti because he is adhikari. He is having qualification for bhakti. He has komal shraddha, means he has weak faith, but he is not outside bhakti. So he is a devotee. We can take their association in the sense that it's not unfavorable. Okay. Yeah, that's
But
what.
just for time being, after the time comes, like no, he'll also overcome once
No,
that
no.
anartha.
Okay. First, you tell me what is the definition of Kanishtadhikari? What you understand?
So basically, what I understood, like we are mixed. Like we want to have we have material desires, and we also want Krishna prem. So this is what I like understood, like understand as you called out, right? We are just in the baby stages.
Huh. Okay. So that you are referring to Kanishtadhikari?
Yes. So this was my understanding.
No, no, no. That is not Kanishtadhikari. I will show you the definition. It will be
Okay.
clear. Yeah, that is not the definition. Yes, Rohit, please read.
तत्र कनिष्ठ यो भवेत् कोमल श्रद्धा स कनिष्ठो निकत्यते. Translation: The definition of Kanishta Adhikari is as follows: He who has weak faith because of his even less knowledge of the scriptures, then the Madhyam Adhikari is called Kanishta. Okay.
Yeah, read the commentary.
He was
Yes. Yeah.
This person is not all conversant with scriptures. This
Anipuna.
the phrase Anipuna. The phrase Shastra Drishta Anipuna should be supplied from the previous definition. The person's faith is just conviction in the meaning of the scriptures without knowing much. Anipuna in this case means a little knowledgeable, less than Madhyama. Having weak faith, Komal Shraddha, means that it is possible to break this faith by different scriptural reasoning.
Yeah, read this.
Okay, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary. Other persons using scriptural logic can defeat a person with a tender faith. However, the person is not completely unconvinced because, in that case, the person would not even be considered a devotee. Weak faith in the verse means temporary unsteadiness of the heart when defeated by strong materialistic opponents. Later, the person regains the faith in what the Guru has taught by his own judgment.
Yeah. So this is what is the definition of Kanishtadhikari. He has weak faith. Why? Because of less knowledge of scriptures. Not that he wants to have less knowledge. He has just come into the path of bhakti. Okay. So it's possible that somebody can break his faith. Okay. Somebody can break his faith. Having weak faith, it can be broken, but he will not give up the process itself. Later the person regains faith in what Guru has said and by his own judgment, and he'll come back to path of bhakti. Okay, this is the definition of Kanishtadhikari. Okay, so when we are using a term, we should be knowing what is the definition, what is the meaning of the term from scripture, and not we may have heard something from here and there, which the person would have told by hearing from somebody who has told from here and there, and he would have heard from somebody here and there. Then it is a problem. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So just to rephrase my question then, Prabhuji, we also see like devotees like that, as I was talking about it, we have like material desires again, and we also want Krishna prem. So how is that like matching this particular concept that we're reading? Like, should we associate with them? Should we not associate with them? And how is the understanding coming from the instruction?
Miss, you said we miss. You are saying about you may have material desire, but associating with whom? Who is the other person?
Yeah, he's also having a material desire, like me.
Okay. So
Yeah.
So what is the question?
So the question is like we are talking about association. So is the association desirable over here or undesirable?
Yes. So yeah, good question. See, two types of people can have material desire. One is karmi and other one is bhakti yogi. Karmi yogi and bhakti yogi both can have material desire. Both are qualified to have. But the karma yogi is wanting to fulfill that desire by going to Swarga and enjoy. But the devotee having material desire wants to remove it by the process of anartha nivritti. So we should take association of the second kind of person who may have material desire, but he wants to remove it, not the first person. Okay, is it answering, Praveen?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's good. Yeah,
Okay.
got it.
Yeah. Okay, one more question is there. Swati Mataji?
Yes, thank you, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, here there is one thing in enthusiasm. We should give up our aim of liberation. That is what is
Correct.
And whenever we read any scripture by whatever Sri Krishna has given the knowledge in 8.5, 9.22, 9.31, 18.56, everywhere we see that Krishna says, you do devotion, you do bhakti, and I'll take care of you. I'll see that you're relieved of all the things and you will be with me. So somewhere that is imprinted on our brains that if I'm doing devotional service, I'll be liberated. So how to let that thought go? Because ultimately what we want is liberation. I mean, that is what we want. And then secondly, how one knows that bhakti has given results. Because if we see, if we follow any process to please demigods, then you get some things like you do this Somvar 11 days and then you get this. But then this bhakti, it is continuous process. So how do we know that it is due to bhakti or the bhakti is giving results?
Okay.
A simple person will understand this.
Yeah. Yes, Mataji. Yeah. So first thing, as you said that Krishna himself has told many times that you will come back to me. Yeah. See, Krishna is saying that because that is his part. You don't worry. You will come back to me. I will make sure that you will come back to me. What you should do? Tesham satatyuktanam bhajatam piriti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tum yena mam upyantite. This is a verse, which is the ideal verse to discuss this. You will attain me, upayantite, you will attain me, but what you have to do? Tesham satatyuktanam. You have to do satatyuktanam. I'll give you the intelligence, dadami buddhi yogam tam, how to come back to me. So he is not having a focus that you should uh, focus on coming back to me. He is telling you focus on satatyuktanam. Engage continuously. Okay, at least have that goal. Okay, and continuously for sadhakas means every day, not every moment. We discussed from Vishwanath Chakravarti's commentary. Okay. Now the second part of the question you said, is that okay, Mataji? First part of the question. Yeah. Second part of the question, what you said, I forgot. Can you repeat?
How one will know that?
Know that the result is coming from bhakti. Yeah. Yeah. Very simple. What one has faith in, that only will give result. Okay. I will quote one verse for that. Okay. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 17, shloka number 28. Ashraddhaya hutam dattam taptas tapam tapah taptam kritam chayat asad iti uchyate partha na cha tat pretya no na iha. Yeah. Yeah. Please read the translation.
Anything done as sacrifice, charity, or penance without faith in the Supreme, O son of Partha, is impermanent. It is called asat and is useless both in this life and the next.
Okay. So any activity done
Without
Yeah. Sacrifice, charity, penance without faith in Supreme will be leading to results, but it will be impermanent. Like you said about demigod worship. So if one has got results from demigods, it will be impermanent. Okay. That is told in ninth chapter also in Bhagavad Gita. I am not going into it. You can read it later. Okay. So that will give impermanent results. But when Supreme Lord gives results, like Dhruv Maharaj, he gave results, it was called Dhruva Loka only. Okay. It's permanent. Results will be there. And we can understand that it's permanent because it will not go away. So like that we can understand Mataji that whether it's coming from demigod or it's coming from Krishna. If one has faith in Krishna, then Krishna will give results. If one has faith in demigods, demigods will give results. Okay.
Yes.
Is
Yes.
it okay?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay. Thank you. Hare Krishna. So I think we should pause here and continue next time. And we'll meet again tomorrow.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Just
Hare
one thing.
Krishna.
You mentioned mental speculation, idle talk. What was the third one, which is not bhakti?
Yeah, that is what is imaginative ecstasy. I didn't mention. Prabhupada writes in the purport.
Okay.
In the beginning, he writes imaginative ecstasy.
Idle meditation.
Third thing, yeah.
This is the first time to purport.
Okay. Anything else, or should we pause? Okay, so we'll pause. Thank you very much for coming for today's session and discussion. And all of you kept this videos on so nicely and so sincerely. Very, very grateful to all of you. Hare Krishna. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Updeshamritam ki jai. Shri Rupa Goswami ki jai. Hare Krishna. We'll meet tomorrow.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.